Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 122 of the Journey's anime titled Semifinals Part 1, Sweep, just dropped, and we are continuing the Masters 8, this time in the semifinals between Leon and Diantha. How's it gonna go down? Let's find out. This is one of those Masters 8 episode or League episode in general that doesn't really focus on the action. We've had that over the years, and this one's no different. Instead, this one focuses on Ash and Cynthia. Ash is training outside of his hotel in Winden when he comes across Cynthia doing the same with her Garchomp. While they're talking, two kids named Vic and Toria, haha, get it, come up to them and start playing with their Pokemon. This is where we learn the backstory of Cynthia and her Garchomp. Cynthia's had a Garchomp with her ever since she was a kid, and it was an egg. She took care of the egg and it eventually hatched into a Gibble. We also get a recap of Ash and Lucario's story, as it's pretty similar to Cynthia's since Ash also raised Lucario as an egg. Eventually, the kids go off on their own way, but as our heroes reach the stadium and Leon is about to battle Diantha, Vic is seen again, searching for her sister Toria. Ash, Go, and Cynthia all decide to help him look for her. Eventually, they find her hiding behind a bush quietly and watching a Gossifleur dance and eventually evolve into an Eldergloss. It eventually flies away and our heroes and Cynthia go back to the stadium to watch, only to see that Diantha's already down to her last two Pokemon, while Leon is just on his second Pokemon. Through a quick recap through Team Rocket, we see the Pokemon that have came out so far. Leon brought out Dracopult first, which beat Diantha's Hawlucha before losing to her Tyrantrum. Then, Leon's Rillaboom proceeded to knock out Tyrantrum, Aurorus, Pumpkaboo. Then, even after Goodra uses Fire Blast on the Rillaboom, it manages to tank it and then destroy it with Acrobatics, leaving Diantha with one Pokemon. Diantha then brings out her ace, her Gardevoir, and she's able to finally knock out Rillaboom with Psychic. Then, to end the match, Leon brings out his ace, Charizard. Diantha Mega evolves her Gardevoir and Leon Gigantamaxes his Charizard. She starts off with Thunderbolt and he goes for G-Max Wildfire, but Diantha counters with Psychic and sends it back. Leon then tries to push that by countering with Max Airstream, but still, Mega Gardevoir is able to send that combination back at Charizard. It's only after Charizard uses a second G-Max Wildfire, which breaks through the one being sent back by Diantha, and that KOs Gardevoir, which means the winner of this match is Leon. As we see the two champions shaking hand, we see a determined look on Ash's face as he gets ready to battle Cynthia in the next match. This is a weird episode of the Masters 8. Clearly, they didn't want to show any more of Leon's team, so they cut away from this battle with Diantha. And because they don't want to show the rest of his team, they had him completely destroy her with basically one Pokemon. We've seen Dracopult before. It got knocked out, but the majority of the damage was done by Rillaboom. And now it's left me wondering if Rillaboom is actually the strongest member of his team. I'm not a power scaler person, so having a ridiculously strong Pokemon never bothers me. I mean, I'm one of the few people who actually really enjoyed Ash vs. Drake because Drake's Dragonite was so busted. But in this case, I really wish the two knockouts, if they were going to just use two Pokemon, were spread out more evenly, because Rillaboom comes out of here looking insane. And Diantha comes out here looking even weaker than maybe even Alon, because he was able to beat Rillaboom with just 3 Pokemon while it took her 4. Again, I understand why they're doing it, but there had to be another way they could have done this better, couldn't they have? Also, I don't really mind not seeing the battle, especially in this case, knowing the results, because I think it's just better to leave it up to the imagination on how strong Rillaboom is. If you think people are upset now, if we saw a full curb stomping done by Leon, then people would be even more upset. So I think they did their best to try and avoid the backlash as much as possible. The only thing that bothers me is how they discussed last episode how defensive and strategic Diantha is, only for her to not use any of that in the battle we saw. Even a single light screen or reflect being shown would have been great. Instead, we got flashbacks from stories from Cynthia and her Garchomp. We got to see how they came about, we learned about her a little bit as a child, and with her match with Ash getting 3 episodes of focus, I think it was important to do some setup here. Especially since it looks like the rest of the 3 episodes are going to be strictly battle focused. It really sucks if you're a Diantha fan, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess this continues to build up Leon to be this unstoppable force. Is it too much? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Ash does make it through, how they're planning to slow down his dominance, because I'm not sure what they can do at this point. Other than that, this was an alright episode. Not great, but not terrible like some people have said either. I would have liked to see the battle against Diantha a bit more like everyone else, however, knowing that they want to keep Leon's team a surprise, it does make sense to me. The backstory we got for Cynthia was great, and I really hope we learn more through her actions and battling starting next episode. The next episode is the beginning of Ash vs Cynthia. Looks like Ash is going to try to pull out some old school techniques like the counter shield, and Cynthia is going to take control early. I'm excited to see this battle. I can't wait. But anyways, that is it for my review of episode 122 of the Journeys anime. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on this episode. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheRealPDGaming, and that is it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.